How's it guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through a quick team selection for game week 4. Getting straight into it, in the defense we are unchanged from last week after we hit our wild card. So double defense of Chelsea against Brentford. I'm quite confident with that. I'm glad I have Cucurella. He's looking really good. Great long-term fixtures. Van Ven against West Ham, not a bad fixture at all. And Livramento against Wolves, probably the best fixture you can have in the league at the moment. So I'm quite confident for a clean sheet there. He doesn't offer a crazy amount going forward, but against a weaker team like Wolves, he could definitely get high up the field. And then bench wise, we have Goodmanson and Ronaldo, who are both quite good bench options to have coming off. We have Goodmanson ahead of Ronaldo in this game because I back Palace attack more than Fulham's. In the midfield, we are lining up with Renders against United, Saar against Sunderland, King against Leeds, Salah against Burnley, and Johnson against West Ham. So basically, with this, we know Saar is injured, obviously, and he is very unlikely to play. We are waiting for the press conference, which should be on Friday, hopefully. And you never know, we might get some positive feedback on Saar. Even if we don't get positive feedback, there is the slim chance maybe he starts, and it's a bit of a front from Palace. It didn't look crazy serious. Saar even said after the game that he was going to play. There's probably a 95% chance that he doesn't start the game, but for that 5%, might as well start him. And if he is injured, he's not going to come on. He's not going to get any minutes, so he'll just go off for whoever's on our first bench because if he does start, having Saar against Sunderland is just perfect. Now, for King against Leeds, it's a great fixture. He's looking really good playing number 10 for Fulham. And we are starting him because of the player on our first bench has a really tough fixture against Arsenal this week. So we're choosing to play King rather. And we're actually getting a bench boost this week, to be honest, because we were going to have King against Leeds on the bench. And until the Saar injury, we're actually planning a bench boost. But yeah, that bench boost is kind of a no-go now with the Saar injury. Um, Going into attack, we have a very good front two. Haaland and Pedro, I think they're probably the two best forwards in the game right now. And they're the guys I would choose right away. Wood, I'm not overly confident with. Postecoglou is the new manager of Forest, which is quite crazy. Something to point out there because their defense is pretty much a no-go now. If you have them, obviously you keep them because after Arsenal they have two promoted teams, so you have to keep them until the end of those games. I think that would be smart, and then after that, probably look to ship them on. There are some very good options that have appeared, and you could look to downgrade them to maybe a Senesi, free up some budget. It could be an opportunity for that. So those are good enabler opportunities right there. Haaland against United, we're very happy with. We're glad we have him. I'm very happy I have Haaland in my team. He's just someone you be confident every single game week going in, and you're just glad you have him. Every single game, the high probability of getting a return. Other than that, João Pedro, who's pretty much the go-to guy, maybe essential even. Very glad I have him. Palmer, we don't know if he's coming back or not. That's also something to look out for in the press conference. If he is, great. If he isn't, also great. We have João Pedro, who's with Palmer away, is kind of the go-to guy. He's the guy that's going to be the main man for Chelsea. So we're very happy with that. Captaincy for this week is obviously falling on Mo Salah. We'll put our vice captain on actually João Pedro. Maybe that should be a Haaland, but we're very confident with Salah. I'm sure he will play. Maybe vice captaincy will switch to Haaland before deadline. But yeah, that's what the team is shaping up for. And this week we are planning to roll our transfer. The reason for this is because I am just not confident on who I want to put Saar to. I'm very happy with my wild card. Actually, I think Saar is a great pick. It was very unlucky that he got injured, and although Johnson hasn't been good, and he really hasn't been good because he's been playing quite badly. I do not think that the manager Thomas Frank likes him very much with because he doesn't offer much to the team besides goals. His build-up play isn't great. his decision making with ball at feet is not good. So it's not amazing. We can see if they're not playing well, he's definitely going to be the guy who gets brought off first. The positive I have is that who else can play on the left? Simmons, Xavi Simmons, I don't think he's coming in to play left wing. He's a number 10, and that's what they need. They've been playing Papa Sarr there, and he's not a number 10. So I see Simmons at 10, Johnson left, Kudus right, and that's pretty much how it's going to go. They did sign a Kulu as well, and he's a number 9. So I think that's a very good attack, and I think that is their best front four. So I don't see Johnson dropping for anyone, and Spurs have great fixtures coming up. So I am willing to give him definitely this week, and hopefully we see some more encouragement, well, a bit of encouragement. Then we could even look to keeping him. But say he doesn't look great, then there are two possibilities we would look into for next week. This week we'll be rolling our transfer. Next week we'll have 2 free transfers to either save or sort out our team. I really hope it is in saving. If Johnson can find some form, he becomes a really great asset. And there's a lot of potential here. He's playing left wing for a team whose attack is really on the up. Adding Xavi Simmons at 10 really adds a lot of creativity, and I think it really can bring together this attack with a proper number 9 in Kulu Muani, a right wing of Kudus. There's a lot of creativity there. And Johnson is a really good goal scorer. He hasn't been in Thomas Frank's good books with his build-up play. He doesn't offer a crazy amount to the team, and that's why he's the minute risk. Frank, you can see if they aren't playing well, Johnson is one of the first guys he takes off because he doesn't back him that much. But the good thing for my team is I just don't see many other people playing on that wing. Xavi Simmons is a number 10. That's where I see them wanting to play him because they don't have anyone else there. They have Saw, who's not a number 10. Their new number 9, Kulumuani, he's going to play number 9 most games. I don't see him moving to the wing. It's possible for him to play on the left. But yeah, we're taking a risk and we have to give him another game week because if it does pay off, those Spurs fixtures are amazing and he could be one of the best buys in the game. So we definitely give him another game week. Hopefully he kind of solves our problem by playing good and kind of stating a claim to his spot. And Sar's the other one. If he's fit, I want him in my team. He's a really good option. High goal threat. You can see that 0.67 expected goals per 90. He's a goal scorer. And if you look at the options that we could take him to, there's no one really. There's Ndai from Everton, but I don't back their fixtures a crazy amount. I know Shrewsbury Hall is there, but that's more for the budget we can save to get Johnson to Semenyo. Elliott is a risk. We don't know how he's going to play, if he's going to start every game for Villa straight away. It is a lot more exciting though. So this basically gives us another week for our team to kind of put itself together, which I think is possible. With Johnson playing well and Sarr's injury recovering, that would be ideal. It would also allow us to save our transfer for some kind of team restructuring that we have planned in a few game weeks' time. We really are looking to put Salah to Palmer and Wood up to Isaac. That is something I definitely do have in mind. I do see most of the goal threat going through that centre of the field for Liverpool / left pockets. So I am a bit worried about Salah and Palmer for his fixtures from about game week. I think it's game week 7 or game week 9. They look incredible. So you'll definitely want him back if he is fit. So yeah, there's not a crazy amount of options to put Saar to. That's why I really want him to get fit again. And if he isn't, we're just going to look to take a bit of budget out of there so we can upgrade Johnson. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at for now. Right now, we're pretty much buying ourselves an extra game week. Hopefully, the assets we have, I'm still confident in them, relatively, at least willing to give them another game week and see if Johnson can get a bit of form, if Sar's injury can recover. And at the same time, it buys us an extra game week to assess the midfield options, which I don't see a lot of midfield options at the moment. So, considering we just played our wild card already, I really think that the next moves have to be really well calculated. We can't take a punt. We need to make sure who we move these two midfielders to are people we're going to be confident with in the long run. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That's our team going into Game Week 4. Really excited for the new game week. It was tough in the international break. Very long wait. Yeah, good luck for the game week. Hope to see you guys next week.